something you can't fix.
If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane.
It's Jay and Adam. It's Preview.
It's Preview's Fix It with Adam and Jay.
Hey, peaches! Welcome to Fix It, where friends don't let friends fix pop culture alone.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Jay. And you're our listener.
Well, hey there, listeners.
Ho there, listeners.
Clack, clack, listeners.
Yes, listeners, arm yourselves, because we fight the forces of hell this week. Welcome to our podcast, Fix It. Did you guys know that you signed up for a war against hell when you joined being fans of this podcast? Did you know that? Well, you should read the fine print. There's quite a bit of it.
There's a lot of it.
There's quite a bit of it. Also, you bought a lot of our cryptocurrency when you signed up as well.
And those NFTs.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly NFTs of just Adam making silly faces. It's just when you catch a fun thumbnail.
Yeah, you know what?
I would buy some funny Adam-faced NFTs.
Yeah. And I also know what NFT stands for.
Non-fungible token.
Wow, you... Okay.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, wait, really?
No, I didn't know. I don't
Oh.
know.
I think it's fascinating. I'm not sure that it's not. That's my favorite thing about NFTs, like writ large, drink, is that once, like, anytime anyone's writing an article about them or anything,
Sure.
everyone's just like, well, these are pretty neat, huh? We think they're not a pyramid scheme. We think. I mean, maybe. But they're pretty cool. You should get one. But maybe it's bad. We're not sure. It's like, oh, okay, cool, guys. That's not it. But anyways, I digress. Welcome to our podcast, Fix It. I'm Jay. That's Adam. You may know us from the wildly successful YouTube reaction channel, the absolute behemoth, the Runaway Train, the BFG, the BFC, channel for C.
I'm with you, Jay.
Oh, okay.
I got
I
it.
was making sure.
Yeah.
And every weekend when I take a piece of pop culture on this show, our podcast Fix It, we take a piece of pop culture that maybe missed the mark, maybe didn't quite get there, maybe just couldn't hit their shots, and we fix it. And since the sequel is coming out, Doom 2 is coming out this week, we are fixing the original movie, Doom. Because Doom 2 is arriving this week.
Everyone's really excited for Doom 2 coming
Everyone's really excited for Doom 2, so we are doing Doom.
Doom.
But before we get into fixing Doom this week, we have come to my absolute most favoriteest of segments. It's a segment that our producer Brian has given us 20 topics of conversation, and I'm going to roll a 20-sided die to decide what Adam and I are talking about, what we're deepening our fellowship with this week. In my absolute most favoriteest segment, Roll for Convo.
Okay, Jay.
I'm rolling a die.
Roll good.
That is a 9.
Niner. Did I catch a niner in there?
Did I catch it?
What smells do you love? Which weird smells do you love? What is a smell that you just can't stand?
I'm actually really pumped to hear your answers on this because I don't know anything about your smell proclivities.
I have a very powerful nose, Jay.
Okay.
So I smell a lot of different things, and I can
Okay.
really detect hint traces of things.
Okay, like what? You always say this, but I was like, what are you smelling? Like, you're like, I'm a super taster. I'm like, you never taste anything, so how do you know?
I taste everything,
Okay.
which is because it goes hand in hand with my nose.
Okay, so what are you smelling?
So like onions, that's like maybe like a 1 part per million, easy.
Okay.
Tuna fish, easy.
Well, that's the worst smell in the world.
It is the worst
Tuna
smell
fish
in
in
the
the
world.
can.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's the absolute
It's
worst.
absolute trash.
Yeah.
I really don't like it. I like tuna. Like, I like a tuna steak, but like
Okay.
canned tuna fish can take a walk. I ain't into it.
Mhm.
I ain't into it.
What? Corn.
Corn?
No, corned.
Beef hash?
I think so. My dad. I think my dad's favorite meal, I think, is corned beef. No, corned beef hash.
Yeah.
And my mom would make it every once in a while, but it
It was a breakfast food.
But it just like, I straight can't.
Oh, interesting.
It was like it's too overpowering, and it's just like nope. Let's see.
What are smells that you like?
Buttered popcorn,
Okay.
fresh bread.
Okay.
Let's see.
Playing the hits right now. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, the good things. Butter, just in general. Bacon. I do like the smell of bacon.
Yeah.
I think most humans do.
Yes, it's that is humanity. Like when like I don't like the smell of bacon, I'm like, I don't trust you fundamentally at your very core. Even if you're lying right now, even saying that is a buck wild thing to do and or say. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here, pod person. Yeah, but you don't eat bacon because it's too rich.
Well, I can have a little bacon.
Okay.
Fresh,
But you said you don't eat more than you eat a half of a piece.
about half a slice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like no bacon as far as I'm concerned.
I understand that most people think that's no bacon.
That's like no bacon.
Let's see. Oh, like fresh chocolate chip cookies.
Okay. What are some weird smells that you like? Do you like some like weird smells? Like, look. Not to get scatological, but everyone likes to smell their own farts.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure. I wasn't gonna go there.
Yeah, but you know,
everyone likes their own brand.
everyone likes their own brand, and when
you're
when you don't, it's like you know something's
wrong.
You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't feel good.
I hope so. Yeah.
Like shouldn't have had that gas station sushi. You know what I mean?
Here's an interesting combination.
Okay.
The smell of cigarettes and hot asphalt.
Oh.
Because that reminds me of going to King's Dominion and other amusement parks as a kid.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have to be honest with you, Lashy. That's a much more of an evocative. That's more of an evocative description experience than I would have expected you to tell me about. But yes. Yes,
back in the day, in the 80s
hot
and 90s,
asphalt.
yeah, you could just smoke wherever you wanted. In King's Dominion, people were just...
Oh man,
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes at the theme park, drinking an ice cold Diet Coke, maybe eating a turkey leg,
funnel cake, yeah.
Woo!
Mhm.
Yeah, man, just getting off the tilt-a-whirl and just sparking one up. Oh, that sounds great. Man, I wish. Look, I know smoking is terrible for you, and I know it's the worst. But man, part of me is just like, man, I wish like we could have done this with abandon. Like, man, remember in the 50s? Every time I watch Mad Men, I'm like, they don't even know. They don't know. So they're just doing it everywhere. Isn't that fun? They don't know. I don't know. That's very evocative. Yeah. There's something about that, like, I feel like, and this is the most wistful thing I've said in a while.
Okay.
I feel like summertime in the 90s smelled different than summer does now.
Okay.
And I'm
There's
aware
probably
that
a lot of reasons for that.
I'm aware that my receptors have aged, so it's most likely my own body experiencing that stuff.
Sure.
But, yeah, there's just something about. Wow, that was really. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That was a fun little snapshot of my brain. I can feel that. That's palpable. Do you like the smell of gasoline?
Yes, everyone does.
Yeah, but you shouldn't.
You should know.
It's bad smell.
Don't sniff gasoline.
It's bad smell.
It's very yes, that is.
But
There's that little like
Ooh.
yeah oh
oh no! Hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
gasoline fight. Wake me up before you go.
Are you do you think you're like a scent led person? Does are you a fragrance wearer?
No.
Mm-mm. Why is that? Just cause? It's never really entered your. It's just not something you think about.
Mm-mm.
I think. I was like, you're about to give me You're about to give me a reason. You don't have one because you just don't think about it.
Oh, and I smell fine naturally.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not a sufficient answer, but I appreciate that that's the one you gave me.
I have been told that I have a nice natural scent.
Sure.
The sample size is small, but I trust them.
It's my mom
and others.
No, I don't normally wear. I can wear a fragrance from time to time. I used to be a fragranceman. I used to wear like a lot of like.
I'm sorry. You used to be a what now?
A fragranceman. An enfragranced. Part of the enfragranced.
Okay.
As one would say, as the people in the know and the hips and the cools say.
The hips and the cools.
Smells that I like. I love the smell of.
How about maybe top 5, Jay? I have a sneaking suspicion you have a lot of smells you might like.
I'm not a very smell forward person.
Oh, okay.
I like the smell of like vanilla. Like that's one of my favorite. I love the smell of lavender.
Yeah, vanilla. I forgot that one. Yeah. Like vanilla extract or like just like.
On just all of it.
Great.
I almost said writ large drink. Haha. Just love it.
Sure.
I'm a big fan of that butter pecan.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not I'm not a smell person. I do have I will I am a person though that I think I could if you gave me 5 bags with a sweater in each, I could tell you from smell alone which one was Kimberly's.
Okay.
I am a big smell my partner type of person. You know? Whenever we like hug, I get in there and get a big whiff.
What?
Yeah, just like breathing them in when you're with someone, You're making it weird. This
I'm
isn't
not,
that weird. Don't make it
I'm
weird.
Not trying,
It's not weird.
I'm trying not to make it weird.
But I'm not. Yeah, but bad smells really, really affect me.
Sure.
And really change my mood, like kind of on a dime. I'm also allergic to incense, so there's also that.
I did okay.
And that's part of the reason why I like kind of eased off the cologne because sometimes it can be too much. Like when we walk through, if we ever go to like a department store and they're like doing
the whole perfume
scents, I have to dip.
Yeah.
I can wear it myself, but if someone is wearing too much cologne or too much fragrance, it like upsets me pretty much immediately.
Yeah,
like I have a visceral and physical response to it. It sucks. I hate it. Like anytime anyone's burning incense, I'm like, why would you do this? Like it makes me mad.
Oh,
yeah,
it's like a personal affront.
Yes, I'm like, you need to put that out, and you need to get it out of here because it sucks. And I hate it, and it just like it makes my like nostrils burn. I don't like it. Like a hot coffee is a good smell.
Okay,
but like, yeah, there's something about like, what one of the best smells in the world is, and this is very kind of esoteric. You know what smells good? Field day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of dew on the grass. You're out there. You're out like the sun's shining.
The sun's out there. There's grass. There's a little bit of hint of sweat because everyone's pushing themselves. Sometimes
there's like the physicality of human motion.
A little bit of sunscreen.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it has the characteristic of like, it has the familial characteristic of being with all the people that you know in your life, all of your third grade class,
everyone you know and everyone you want to beat in a foot race. There were a few things on field day that I dominated at.
Yeah. Sometimes I think our dynamic is you're the kid at field day that really wanted to win the race, and I was the kid that just did. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Jay, I know exactly what you mean.
No, but field day, man, there's just it has that familiar characteristic, but also you're doing something different. It's like it has that new. It has like the smell almost is infused with like endless possibility.
Yeah,
that may be my favorite smell, and it's not even really like an actual smell. But oof.
Do you have any memories? I know it's like smell ties to memories a lot, but I'm talking about like a specific like instance where a smell was the instigator for something weird happening, or just kind of like started a series of.
What did you smell before they attacked? No, I don't think so. I've never like been in. I think honestly, yeah, I just don't lead with it. It's not like it's not a factor for me. It's not. I'm not processing it a ton. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like, yeah. Whereas you strike me as someone who like.
I'm basically Daredevil.
Yeah. I also maybe like I feel like I've just like cut the edges off of my smell and stuff like that.
Possibly.
I just smoked for so long, so it was like kind of.
I will say,
Those are the days.
I asked you because I remembered as we're talking about this topic, I was like, oh, wait a second. There was one time when I was in school, I was in a computer programming class, but this was early 90s. So I think it was like C, and it was just like, move this turtle around a screen. So you like, move 3 things, turn right, blah, 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 blah. We had a teacher. She was very nice. What I didn't know, though, was that our teacher, a very nice teacher, had a GI issue.
Where's this going?
She had a GI issue where it caused her to flatulate.
Fight Cobra?
Oh, well, yes. A lot. She farted a lot.
Oh.
And it was not great. But I didn't know this. So in order to try to cover up this scent, she wore a lot of perfume.
Oh.
The problem was that it didn't mask.
That's gotta be a sad moment where I just imagine her like in line at Macy's being like, 1 perfume please, and in her heart of hearts she's like, to cover up my farts.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
no.
Because I just didn't. I had no idea. I'm trying to type and figure this stuff out, and the thing was that it wasn't a scent that masked. It was a scent that kind of mingled and fusion danced into a new horrible, sweet, just death cloud.
Oh, dude, there's no worse smell than the combination of a stink and the thing trying to cover up the stink. Because the stink, it's like you gotta worry about like the side guy on the crew of the gang, like the guys that they like kind of recruited. Because it's like, like this guy's a gangster, he's a bad guy, but like this guy's got something to prove. You know what I mean? Like stink that infected non-stink. That guy's a wild card from a smell perspective.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So I needed help with something. She very nicely helped me. I figured it out, and then offhandedly, again, not knowing any of this, just smelled the thing. And just mentions like, oh man, what is that smell? Everyone else knew what was going on but me. The teacher was like, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's terrible. But like, after she like left and then walked back to her desk or whatever, like, a couple people in the room was like, Adam, why did you say that? And I go, what are you talking about? There's something smelled really bad. And then they clued me in. I have felt bad to this day. For like 30 years. I have felt bad for... I didn't know. It was a complete accident, but like...
How old were you?
Somewhere under 15.
Yeah, you're a kid.
I was a kid.
Not your fault.
I know it's not my fault.
It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault. I smell the fart. I smell the fart, man. I don't know what to do. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I swear I didn't tell him.
Oh, man.
Even though he smelled
What's
it.
Adam's deal? Well, he really never overcame calling out the smelly lady for her perfumed farts.
Because, like, man, there was, now as an adult, like,
But how did all the other kids know? Was there a memo? Be like, sorry guys, I'm full of farts.
I think some kids were a little bit more socially adept than I was, Jay.
Really?
I know. Shocking.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not really a smell guy. It's not. I can smell.
I smell.
But like, man,
Kimberly,
I think this has got to be a girl thing or something.
Okay.
Because this is not. She, and it's a lot of girls that I have dated.
Sure.
They just smell everything after that. Right as that's the first thing they do.
Like, just open up something. Like,
Kimberly's like, oh, it's like, does this smell? I'm like, no, it doesn't smell. What? It's just like she leads with her smell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's like in a way that
like smelling the milk and stuff.
Kimberly is always worried about things being smelly, and I'm like, I'm never thinking about things being smelly.
Interesting.
And this is not the first. Like, I have dated other girls that was the exact same thing. Be like, can you smell this? I'm like, I wouldn't even think to smell it. What?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not trying to overgeneralize. Your butthole got real tight.
Just for a second.
Just for a second. They be shopping, right? Is that what you thought I was going to say?
They be smelling. Girls be smelling.
Girls be smelling. I don't think I'm crazy here. No, because Kimberly is like always worried about like what things smell like. Like if you ask her to like assess and ascertain knowledge of an item, one of the first things she will do will be to smell it. Smell it. Yeah. Whereas I don't think about it. If I smell a bad smell, I'm like, oh, bad smell, or oh, good smell. But I'm not. But I ain't looking for no smells.
Sure, neither am I.
Yeah.
Also garlic.
Yay or nay?
Oh, awesome. Yay.
Oh, okay.
The most yay.
Interesting.
Up there with vanilla.
That's so funny to me. Well, garlic is the savory vanilla. Am I right or am I wrong? But I just had a revolutionary thought. Anyways, I'm such a genius.
You gonna share that or just leave everyone?
No, that garlic is a savory vanilla.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, that is what it is. Yeah, I wouldn't think you would like garlic. But then now you like garlic bread.
I love garlic bread, yeah.
Yeah, but do you actually have like garlic on your garlic bread, or is it just,
my
garlic bread?
It's the finely is like the garlic salt, like the finely see. It's not the chunks of garlic. It is just.
So if I made a garlic remoulade and then like made a garlic bread from that,
is there an X in remoulade?
No.
You sure?
No.
It's a French word.
I know.
Probably a hidden X in there somewhere.
There's probably a hidden. Look, do not set me up to fail again. Roux, which is a sauce base, has an X.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been roll for combo.
Roll for combo.
Women be smelling.
Women be smelling. If there's one thing you take away from this episode in particular, of
or
us
if you talk to
fixing-
Adam, women be smelly, right? But yeah,
that poor teacher.
that poor woman. Oh, do you think she's still alive?
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's probably maybe.
Do you think she's listening to this right now?
No, probably not.
Maybe. You never know. Weirder stuff.
She wasn't into computers back in the day, so who knows? She may have been a secret nerd.
Yeah, secret nerd. So Doom. Before we get into talking about Doom, we should probably learn a little bit more about Doom.
Mm-hmm.
When we go to everyone's absolute most favorite segment, we should probably go to our amazing producer Brian. He's the best producer in all of the land. He's also straight up asking for it, and he has no idea how close he is to getting it. We go to our producer Brian when he rolls that beautiful bean fun fact footage.
Thank you, gentlemen. Producer Brian here. And today we're trying to fix, well, I'm not totally sure what they're going to try and fix today with Dune 2 coming out. Maybe the 1984 movie Dune, maybe the 2021 Dune. But my guess is that they're probably going to be trying to fix the 2005 box office bomb Doom. Directed by Andrzej Bartkowiak and written by John Wells and Wesley Struck, it stars Carl Urban, Rosamund Pike, and The Rock. It made $58 million on a budget of around $70 million. Now here are some fun bean facts. This is based on the 1993 game Doom and its iterations. The Rock was offered the role of John Grimm, but he turned it down for the role of Sarge. Now, The Rock was nominated for Worst Actor at the Razzies that year, but he lost to Rob Schneider in Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. The movie is usually on some version of a worst movie, worst video game adaptations, or biggest box office bombs list. And there is a sequel called Doom Annihilation that went straight to video on demand. Anyway, back to you, gentlemen. Please enjoy writing your fix for whatever you end up fixing.
Good job, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of information about the old Doom.
Yeah, because this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm glad they are making a sequel. I mean, granted, it's like 20 years later, but
Yeah, it's weird that they're making a sequel now, but
I mean,
especially to this movie.
I like a second chance at it. That's fine.
Yeah.
There were some plot holes that that they could fix.
Also,
and
weirdly, people seem really excited about Doom 2.
they really do.
Like a lot of people.
Yeah, they even had like a AMC made a new popcorn bowl just for
Did they really?
yeah, just for the Doom 2.
Oh, I think I saw those. It was like the Hellmouth from like, so it's like
Yes.
hell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird, but people are into it.
Huh.
Yeah. So, Jay, the Doom.
Yeah. Before we get into Doom, I think you should probably do. You should probably maybe plot drop this. Thing.
Oh, I should plot drop
everyone's
it, Jay.
absolute most favorite segment of our show.
This is true.
We took a poll. This is everyone's favorite.
That's a true statement right there.
This is the
I
best.
can just smell the truth coming off of you right now.
Don't tell me about it. I'll get real embarrassed.
It smells good.
I don't. You shouldn't feel bad about that. She in the moment was like, "Yeah, I don't know what smells bad. Bye."
You're right.
She probably didn't think twice about it. She'd be like, "Yeah." He'd be like, "Ha, kid. Yeah, man. Yeah.
You smell my farts."
Yeah, man. You were smelling my farts, and I got away with it. Yeah, man. Enjoy. You know what I mean? Maybe that was her attitude. Maybe you shouldn't feel bad about it anymore.
Maybe I should recontextualize
Maybe
that
she
memory.
was a fart bandit. You don't know.
Maybe she was a crop duster. I didn't. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
She may have been her thing.
It could have been.
Yeah, that's why I teach these kids. Because they're not... Because no one will believe them that I'm farting on them. You know? All right.
Okay, here's the plot drop for 2005's Doom. Hey, remember Resident Evil?
Yeah.
It's a Resident Evil movie with the title of Doom on it.
Yep.
Plot drop's over. That's basically it.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, we discover a portal to Mars. We went to Mars. Scientists figured out that Martians had an extra chromosome. They put it onto the soldiers, or like the people they're testing on. It mutates. It mutates the most of them, but then some people get powers.
It was the the people who are most aggressive mutate into creatures, and the people who are good get superpowers. You know what? They really only bring it up in the third act just so that Carl Urban can take on the Rock, and then we're done. Oh,
Yeah.
the BFG. So the only things from the actual game that make it into this movie are the BFG
Yeah.
and the Pinky Monster.
Yes.
Other than that,
And there's
maybe
a first-person shooters.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
sequence.
there is. Maybe the lowest ranked minion things are kind of, maybe that's what they were going for with the creature designs, but you couldn't really tell. It was too darkly lit.
I will say that the first-person shooter sequence in this movie is really fun.
Oh, yes, it was ambitious, well before its time, and I think for the most part they pulled it off.
It was really cool.
It lasted for, I think it was about a 5-minute sequence.
Yeah, it's not nothing, but it's not enough to keep this movie afloat in any capacity.
Well, because it's not a Doom movie.
It's not a Doom movie. It's not. It has, I guess, the monsters, but this movie was so afraid of bringing hell into the mix that like it blows my mind on how far away it is from like the attitude of what Doom represented as a brand at that point.
Well, because 2005, I mean, I played Doom and Doom 2 as a kid,
Yes.
and then in college, Quake was
Quake
out.
became the thing.
Yeah, Quake became the thing. That was the next iteration of it.
Uh-huh.
Because we were still at least 10, 12 years away from
Did
Doom.
Quake have a plot?
You know
or was
what?
it just multiplayer?
No, it did. It had a
Right?
first,
It had a
it
campaign,
single player
right?
campaign, yes. But I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. Huh. I mean, I remember. I can. I'm seeing the multiplayer happening in my head right now.
Yep, me too.
It's like burned into my brain. But yeah, I don't know if I remember the story of it. But yeah, Quake became the thing after.
Yeah,
they kind of.
Quake was the next iteration from id Software after Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the story of Doom of there is a hell portal on Mars. Demons are coming wrecking havoc on like an Earth base
space
or whatever.
station.
Yeah, and your main character goes around, collects weapons, and kills all of them.
Yes.
And then closes the door to hell, possibly in hell.
Yeah.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
That is not this movie.
It's punk rock. Like, and this movie to me feels like government sponsored protest. Do you know what I'm saying? You know how like like in the past like 3 or 4 years have been like, oh, this is your protest area. It's like, oh, thanks for the government sponsored protest.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like like Doom is aggressively punk rock, and this movie is aggressively a theme park ride.
Yeah,
It's just not it.
It's I mean, I thought I wrote down, I was like, oh, this is just a really cheaper Aliens.
Yes. Yeah. And then I came in and was just like, it's Resident Evil.
And that was more apt.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, it's a virus. Oh, these are zombies.
This is a science project gone wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This isn't. Yeah.
I will say, like, some of the kills in this movie, like they give us a large cast of people because they kill a bunch of folks.
They do.
And wow, some of them transforming into monsters is really fun. But at the end of the day, you just don't.
It's not
care.
the game you play. Yeah. It's not even a story about the game you played. Yeah.
It's just so frustrating to me that, and they did this with Ghost Rider, and they did this with, it just seems like they keep making, like, the 2000s, the late 90s and into the early to mid 2000s, like the aughts and the 10s, they like really got, and even the Spawn movie, I think, kind of started this, like Hollywood's obsession with making these movies that involve hell in some capacity,
Concept
or
of,
involve like, you know,
demons
or the afterlife. They're so pun intended hell bent on making these movies, but then realize as they're making them, they're like, well, we have to like, in order for this to sell in middle America, we have to remove so much of this stuff that it's not gonna be the thing that we wanted to make. It's just not gonna be it. And I'm, you know, I just don't know why they keep trying to do it. Like, how valuable is just name recognition alone? Do you know what I mean?
A lot. I think
It's gotta be. Because, like, I bet you, like, you know, this movie did not do well at the box office. It barely made its budget back.
Yeah, but I think that's all you needed it to do. Because back in the aughts, this is before streaming. It was only Blockbuster was still.
You could make it on the back end.
You can make it on the back end. You just needed that opening weekend, and then, you know, syndication and stuff.
That makes sense.
And it would be fine. And this movie, even if it didn't have the Doom title, would have been fine. This is probably made for maybe.
But this
20
strikes
$40
me
million
as another script that they just put the Doom branding on.
Oh, sure.
They just drop shipped us a movie, basically.
Yeah. And they just when they were set dressing and stuff, they're just like, okay, so lots of corridors, you know, make it kind of dark. Creature designs can kind of be this. Oh, and that one pinky monster. Okay, so it's going to be this guy. It'll be a long tease throughout the whole movie, and then we just got to program it to look like this at the end. Okay.
Yeah. It feels like they just kind of slot, like, this. This feels like a this movie, like, structurally feels like Vanilla Ice Cream, and then they just added in all the Doom stuff and made like a Doom Blizzard. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's like but this is still Vanilla Ice Cream based. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Doom flavored.
Yes.
But this is not Doom, which is, I think, the problem with it. And I think this is maybe one of The Rock's, like, first jumps into.
It is. Because he's so small. He's a small little rock in this movie.
Yeah,
as compared to where he is now.
I know, but I think now he's too big.
He's a little big.
He's too big in that when he's trying to have a normal conversation with a normal human being, it feels weird. It feels, you know what I'm saying? The Rock has gotten so big. Like,
look at that. Big guy.
That is a reasonable man.
Yeah.
That is a strong, buff human, and look at that. Like, but
he's so big.
The Rock has gotten so huge that in my heart, and whenever I see him in a movie now, it, like, triggers my, like, suspension of disbelief, because I just assume anyone that sees him should go, "Oh my God, you're huge." You know what I mean? It should be like the thing that just, like, kind of tumbles out of their mouth. Like,
Sure.
Like, ooh, what's that smell?
Oh, are you smelling what I'm cooking right now?
That's good. Well done. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
That was fun. Oh man, Oh, I threw you a callback, and then you just flipped it on its ear and hit it. Well, nicely done.
Yep.
Nicely done. But
so yeah, I mean, if this is if they titled this something different, hey, you know what? This isn't that bad of a movie. It's perfectly fine. perfectly acceptable B film, a little higher budget B film.
Yeah.
I mean,
Monster of the Week.
a nice little, horror monster type of zombie-ish breakout. Try to survive. Oh no, one of our main characters is actually like kind of evil when the rubber hit the road. He's like, you know what? Nah, I think I'm just gonna good and I'm gonna get through this.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kill everybody.
That's the thing.
Which is fine. It's a decent, it's a fine arc, but he was our main bad guy.
Yeah, but Doom should have this kind of movie should have been almost. This should have had a punk rock, like almost art house quality to a Doom movie. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like it's counterculture in a way that you can't. A big studio can't make a Doom movie, and actually encompass what Doom meant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Rob Zombie should have made Doom. And I'm not saying he's an excellent filmmaker, but it would have had that gritty kind of.
Well, they tried for
counterculture
gritty
vibe.
in this a little bit. Like, there's like a couple of naked women just kind of like are just plopped into this movie. Like, whoa, why are you naked?
Yeah, but that's not.
weird.
And that's the thing. That's yes, absolutely. But that's not Doom.
It's-
You're not.
it's
That's Duke Nukem Doom. That's not. You're not
Duke
showing
Nukem,
up
yep.
for Doom for that. You're showing
No.
up for like this is. Doom has the movie should have the flavor of, I'm sneaking down to the family computer because my cousin snuck me a copy of Doom 2 and I'm not supposed to be allowed to play it, but I'm playing Doom 2 on the family computer with the volume off so I don't wake anybody else up. And this is so violent. At least by the standards at the time, it was like, can you believe how violent this game is? I'm like, you have no idea what's coming. Oh man.
I mean,
oh,
yeah,
you think you're clutching your pearls now? You're gonna swallow them when you see Mortal Kombat.
dude, I had the first Mortal Kombat. It was just a couple like little red.
Oh no, I'm
blotches.
talking about like Mortal Kombat's from now.
Oh yeah.
Where it's
oh,
like
yeah.
Omni
the
Man
stuff
is
we
kicking
did.
some girl's spine out of the top of her head, and it's like, whoa, no. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even I'm like, I don't think I'm old enough for this game.
Cool. yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But
That's the vibe.
Yeah. But the Doom movie. Yeah, the Doom game was. It was just more the topic. I think people didn't like. But because it wasn't all that bloody. You'd be like,
know,
and
man.
the sprites died.
I just
in
know
mushes.
our country lost our minds over that game.
Yep.
It's so funny to me how video games now that video games are probably the most
They are.
profitable business.
They are. That is by a lot.
Yeah, like everyone is kind of just keeps their mouth shut now. No one really brings it up. It's like you need to be mindful about the maturity of your children when they're playing it.
Absolutely.
But also now that it's like a leading industry in America, they're like, yeah, but they're okay.
They are actually. It helps.
Should we fix this thing?
We need to fix this thing, Jay.
Let's fix it. And fix it. Let's fix it. Brian told us that we need to give him more of a log line
Yes.
for him to input his the intro to this section. So we're gonna give him a bunch of different takes.
Here we go. Ready?
Here we go. And Brian, if you cut these out, I'll come find you. I know.
You know where he lives?
Yeah, you're hanging on by a thread, bud.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's fixin' time.
Yeah, man. Hey. I'm a little cutie and I'm gonna fix it. Whoa, fix it. Hey there. Fix it. Adam, let's fix it.
Fix it. Now with more MSG.
Fix It, brought to you by Pepperidge Farm. Fix it. Not even once.
Your mom fixes it.
Your mom fixes it. All right. So we're fixing Doom because Doom 2 is coming out.
So here's
Are
the
we
plan,
gonna do a
guys.
review for Doom 2?
No.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
It's. I heard Doom 2 is like 3 hours long, and it's.
I just don't even know why I don't even know why they're doing this now. Like what? This movie got when you were like, oh, Doom 2, and I was like, I forgot there was a first one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do this together, as we're kind of been doing lately, because we're really liking this format. But we're gonna do this in 2 different ways. The first thing we're gonna fix is the original.
2 different ways. Devil horns.
The original movie.
Yeah.
To make it a little bit more, make it actually earn its Doom title.
Sure.
And then we're gonna fix, or we're actually gonna pitch what Doom 2 should be.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
like an act, because like now that we have 2 current games or 2 current, mostly
Well,
current
and
generation
Adam
games.
has played those games, and I've only seen those games played. So honestly, Adam's going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and I'm just going to be punching up because I am not as aware of what's going on in those games storyline wise, because they bum me out now. As a child, I was like, Doom, yeah, punk rock, and now I'm like, I don't feel good. I want to.
It's heavy metal music.
But
It's-
there's
you're
games where you can farm and
kicking
like
ass and
catch,
just-
you know.
Yeah, just laying waste to the
Yeah,
forces of hell,
I
man.
used to be cool when it comes to my gaming. Now I'm like, but
You're just a narc now.
now I just want to, you know, grow
Relax
grow
and,
my plants.
and give somebody your, get some,
I
earn
just
some
want
bells.
I want my video game to be a fun and quirky part-time job.
That's exactly what you want it to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want.
Trap some friends in balls and put them to work.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, I kind of fell off of Power World.
Oh, already?
Well, already. I mean, I played it quite a bit.
Oh.
Sorry. I know. I've sufficiently.
You have Pal Worlded?
I've Power Worlded. I did all the things that I feel like I wanted to do,
Fair enough.
and I'm waiting. Now I'm just waiting for it to become a better game. I mean,
Sure,
like
that makes
there's-
sense. Yeah.
It's still very much an early access.
Oh.
Now it's like, but for an early access drop, pretty darn
fantastic.
good. Anyways, not
Okay.
what we're talking about.
First things first, how do we turn Doom into an actual Doom movie?
It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Because I think there's certain aspects of this movie that are really fun.
Okay, what are the fun
I
aspects
think
of this movie?
I think humanity finding like a wormhole portal to Mars.
Sure, yeah, whatever
in
that,
Nevada.
Yeah, whatever that thing was, yeah.
I think that's a fun idea.
Sure.
And there's an ancient connection between humanity and Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that is a fun thing. You have to really have to I think you take the science aspect out of it.
Okay.
I think you make all of our research on Mars being an archaeological find,
Right.
rather than because it had real big lab energy and more like, oh, we're putting the chromosomes into people.
Yes.
I'm like, that's not. I don't think that's what they would be doing there.
There was a little archaeology in there.
Sure.
But we need to just
That
amp
should be
that's
the main
lead.
focus.
Yeah, it's all archaeological.
Okay, so from a first act perspective, if we're making this Doom movie, I think we keep them finding the portal, and we keep and then we get the time jump.
Okay.
I think we get this portal, and we get even if we want to keep these main characters like parents, like having died on Mars doing research,
Sure, yeah.
like this like pre-credit situation could very well be like, you know, their parents going there and being like one of the first people to travel through this wormhole to Mars and figure out what it is. I think you keep all of the research on the Mars side completely archaeological.
Yep.
And it's all fact-finding because it's like, hey, this place still doesn't have an atmosphere. Like, we've got like some colonies there, but like this is like also like we need to fully understand what this portal is before we're just sending humanity through it.
Yep.
So like this is more of like they're trying to lay the groundwork. And so I think we can even keep the same situation. It's like, look, some of the archaeologists have not been sending communication back, and we need to send people through. Like, we don't normally do this very often because we don't know how it works, but like we're giving a team clearance to like see what's going on with our researchers on Mars because they haven't communicated back.
Sure.
And then I think we find out through them adventuring, like I think they get to the Mars colony and they are kind of fighting monsters from jump.
Oh, yes. Let me back up.
All right, hit me.
Okay, so in the movie proper, we're just in a hallway and people are running and they're getting chased by something in the darkness.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, "Help, Earth, help!" We never see what happens. Right? But it's a Doom movie, so like it's like the movie was like real like, hey, you played Doom, right? Fill in the darkness. Just like, you know what happened, right? We don't want to show you. I think we don't start there. I think we start an hour or so earlier.
Okay.
We do a little voiceover thing. Maybe we see some stuff happening during the voiceover, so it kind of helps.
Yeah.
But we're at the archaeological site or whatever, or
Sure.
one of them.
Yeah.
And maybe like people are digging on stuff or whatever, and they're like moving stuff around, but maybe the camera pans up and we see something like a symbol that we kind of recognize, like maybe like a pentagram or something, right?
Yeah.
And then we see like a portal open,
Yeah.
and then cut to like an hour later, getting chased down.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we gotta go.
Yes.
Earth, help! So we know what has happened.
I think the line is, I think you have one of the archaeologists being like, I think I know what killed all the Martians.
Yes.
And then the shot pans up, and it's just a big pentagram on the floor.
Yep.
It's a big pentagram on the floor, and it's like, oh, hell killed Mars. That's cool.
That's super cool.
That's fun.
That's two flavors that taste great together.
Yeah.
And then Doom, and then we get the team gets together, because remember in the first game, the Doom Slayer isn't really a character that's been really established. It's just kind of like a guy going around killing all the things, and it's awesome. So having a team aspect, totally understandable.
Yeah.
Totally get that.
Well, you can cover more ground that way.
Absolutely. And just bodies to have people getting destroyed. So that's always fun.
Yeah.
For these types of movies. But I think we start off and we start just faster. Like there's none of this kids in the barracks meeting. Oh, this is my character trait. This is my character trait. Blah 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 blah. It's like, nope. Rockets the order. Team, mount up. We gotta go. The facility is under attack.
Mm-hmm.
We get some characterization maybe on the plane over. Real easy, and we just get to Mars.
Yeah.
And then they're locked. And I like the it's locked down here. The portal room is safe. We need to protect this room and go out in the rest of the base to figure out what's going on. And then we just split off
and here's where I think you make your fun twist. I think we can keep a lot of the combat the same, keep a lot of the fun, like the I think they have the right monsters in this. They just kind of changed their origin, which is fine.
Yeah.
I think it gets down to, our final two guys in this final boss fight, quote unquote. What was the name of the actor of the bad guy?
The actor of the bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh, the creepy guy?
The one when he gets after the Rock gets his powers, he's fighting that other dude.
Oh, Carl Urban.
Yeah. There it is. Thank you. Okay. That guy. Yeah. I think you can kind of keep that situation, but we find out. I think the twist ends up being it's not. Look, one of these scientists is not the Rock's sister. That's just too convoluted.
Sure.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's too much. I think it comes down to Carl Urban. Basically betrays the Rock in a very and reopens this portal to hell, and we realize that the group that was actually the ultimate, or maybe we do keep her as his sister, because the only reason they brought the Rock along was because he could gain the trust of the scientists and the archaeologists working there. Mm-hmm. But their ultimate goal is to open this hell portal so they can harness it for the energy. Mm-hmm. And so that ends up being the final fight, is that Carl Urban gets corrupted by hell essence. And then because we're you think we're here to stop hell? No, man, we're here to control hell. And it's oh no, that's good. And that bleeds to a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think they try to go and at some point they gotta fight through, much like the game. Oh, we got to get to X, Y, and Z, but instead of because in this movie they're just trying to explore and figure out what's going on. It's no, we need to figure out. We got to do these 3 steps in order to gain access to the thing, because everything's gone crazy. So the team splits off to accomplish 3 different goals. We lose members along the way, but we get the key cards. Blah blah blah, whatever. And everything looks bad. Oh, we can't close it from here. We have to go there.
Yeah.
So they have they can fight a cyber demon, and then somebody turns while they're there.
Okay.
And then oh, but I'm able to, because I found them using the BFG, which should have been used at the end.
Yeah.
Only the one thing as the oh my God, here's the thing you need, the BFG we've been talking about the whole game. Okay, here we go. And not just I have one more shot. I missed my shot. Oh well. Did the BFG actually hit anyone in this movie? I don't think it did.
I don't think it did.
So
I think and they made a lot of hay about it.
they really tried.
Like they were just like it's like they were expecting a standing ovation. They're like, huh? And I'm
We
like,
did it, guys, huh?
like literally, The Rock like picks a gun up and basically does everything but just looks straight into camera and go, "How about these apples?" You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Remember, like from Doom?
So yeah, go in the portal, get the BFG, kill a cyber demon. You know, only one person pops back out. I was like, oh my god, what are we doing here? It's like, oh, we stopped him for now, but oh no,
Yeah,
there could be more later. There could possibly be a second Doom. Yeah, in the movie.
there you go. And that's actually a Doom movie.
Yeah, you can use some of the money you used for this first person shooter part to like animate a giant cyber demon.
Yeah. I mean, we might be talking like wildly out of pocket with this like Doom 2 coming out. Because who knows how that's going to go.
I
But
have no idea.
just like looking ahead for this movie, like how, it's like we said earlier, how do we make a Doom movie for today?
Well, Doom has definitely changed now because the Doom Slayer is a character. Well, remember when was it Armageddon? Doom? What was it? Ragnarok? That was God of War. Whatever the second Doom game came out, it came out the same
Wasn't it
weekend.
like Annihilation or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It came out as the same weekend as that other cutesy little farm game. Do you remember?
Animal Crossing?
Or something like that, like a sequel to Animal Crossing.
Stardew Valley?
And they had like the internet like teamed up Doomslayer and the little cute little bunny girl to go do each other's games, and they had like a friendship because the games came out. It was it was the first iteration of a Barbenheimer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it
Yeah,
was
I'm not
the
sure
video
if I
game
remember.
version.
Yeah, I'm not sure I remember what the other game
And
was.
it was
but-
cute and adorable, and everyone was having fun with it. It's like, both games came out at the same time. These are both fun games of their own genre, but isn't this great?
Yeah.
So Doom is way more established now as, okay, we have lore, Doomslayer is a character, the USC or whatever.
They've also expanded they've expanded the supernatural aspects of it too.
Oh, yes.
'Cause,
and the music.
Because I haven't really touched much of those games. For some reason, they just don't tickle my fancy. Too much to Adam's chagrin. He fundamentally doesn't understand.
Fun, man.
No, I know. I get it. It just never appealed to me, and I'm not totally sure why. But when I was watching some videos about like how they worked, and I was like, oh, what are those? And you're like, they're angels, and I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, we
Interesting.
get into different realms, and there's like it's not just hell. I mean, it is hell, but like it's more complicated than that now. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like one of the different realms that are somewhere in and around this vast multiverse, and they have ill designs for other
Wild.
So, and the Doomslayer has he could be centuries old. We don't know how. This guy's got a past. But so basically, it's how do we take now that the Doomslayer is a main character? How do we make a John Wick, basically, Doom film? Because the Doomslayer is basically Hell's version of John Wick. Do you know whose puppy you kicked? That was John Wick's.
That was Doomslayer.
That was Doomslayer. What did you do?
Doesn't he have a sword now?
He got a sword in the second game. As a big, cool combo, a melee weapon.
It's a good looking sword too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my question for you, Lashy, is how do we make this, like, how do we modernize this?
Well, the music's got to stay the same
Yeah,
because it's like
that's the one thing I do know
it's
is that
a
that
hard
music
metal.
rips,
Yeah,
man.
it is awesome. The music in this movie was like it's kind of synth rock, kind of like
Yeah.
like you're trying, I think. But
What
what is this?
It sounds like if like Sonic the Hedgehog music went up just a little harder. Do you know what I mean?
Only
Just a
little bit.
little harder.
Yeah.
So like, are we leaning? So like, who's like, if we're sorry, this is the segment that I thought you wanted to do, and I feel like I'm.
Oh yes, it is.
Okay.
But basically, the thing is, we have to make this a John Wick movie because
Sure.
this is the Doomslayer is an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
He is will incarnate. He's going to destroy the forces of hell. And he's very, very good at it.
Okay.
So the question is, how do we craft a 100-minute movie about this guy just wrecking all the shop through this U.S. or whatever the name of the company is base on Mars? Because I feel like it should just all take place on Mars.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
We don't worry about Earth right now.
The given circumstances of us being able to get on Mars is just a given.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is in the game,
Yeah,
dude.
you're just there.
You're just there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just keep it on Mars. Like, let's embrace the sci-fi that kind of gets lost in the mythological here. So I think you have.
Because Doomslayer, he talks about as much as Master Chief does.
I mean, is this movie going to be the rise of Doomslayer, or is this going to be Doomslayer, just a day in the life of Doomslayer?
I think this is the rise.
I would agree.
Because in the first, I think this is, and we can definitely gear it more towards the first game, where he has been gone for a long time, and then some people don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Because this company, we can be even further into the plot of this company being like, no, we know it was here on Mars. Like, we're gonna drill it, we're gonna mine it, we're gonna capitalize on hell. That is our plan. We can harness the powers of this dimension.
Oh, you guys discovered hell? Let dig, baby, dig. Let's go.
So much energy there.
Pay dirt.
Mm-hmm. We can power the future.
That is the most human and, dare I say, American ideal of.
Sure.
Oh, we found hell? Oh. I mean, that's just free energy.
Right? Yeah. It's really hot down there.
It's hell vents? Great.
Sounds
we
perfect.
we can just open up. If you think about it.
Let's put a giant turbine over the hell mouth.
It doesn't. It's not. It's people are like, that's a really imaginative. I was like, it's not really that wild of an idea. I was like, it's just gonna keep pumping energy out. We can just spin a turbine and just, yeah, man, safer than nuclear. That's for sure. Is it though? Yeah, but
is it? Well, you could.
Yeah.
This is nuclear radiation. You can stop with a bullet or a plasma ball.
Or big fucking gun. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade.
So you know what this movie is? Wait a second.
Okay.
You know what this movie is?
Whoa,
I think.
whoa.
I'm pulling it from. I'm
No,
mining.
no.
I'm mining the ether.
Yeah, man, put that turbine over your hell mouth. Let's go.
This is a disaster movie.
Oh, okay.
That's how we craft this.
All right.
Because we have to change the narrative a little bit from a video game, right? Where you have a lot more agency and you're just going around and murdering guys,
Yes.
and murking stuff. It's super awesome, but it doesn't quite work well in a movie. And unlike John Wick, going through to try to achieve a goal, right?
Is like them. Yeah. Does it start as it starts as a disaster and that the base is falling apart and we don't really know why, and then we find out what's actually going on in this base is that they have been they have opened up a portal to hell in this thing and have put a turbine over the top, and the audience finds out this information as stuff is going to hell, pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yes, I think it's we need the inciting incident of a normal. Here's what we do. I got it. Opening shot. We're on Mars. We see stuff. They're going through this portal. We don't know where the audience. We're going to assume we're going to make this story for an audience that's not seen or played the games. So we gotta handhold them a little bit. So we see them on Mars opening a portal like this. We can do some voiceover. Lore dump as stuff that's going on of them, or maybe it's someone's first day, right? Go through this portal to get something from this other dimension that we found. It's a sarcophagus. It's holding the Doomslayer. Yeah. But things go completely wrong, and hell starts breaking through, and we realize, wait, where are we? What are these? Are these deep? Was like, oh, son, you're in hell. Run! Ah, oh no! And then we just watch the base get raffle stomped.
Oh,
as a disaster film, right?
Yes.
We see the wave hit. We see the
absolutely.
We see the base get overwhelmed. It's hard, the beginning of a zombie film. Oh god, it's so crazy. But we see actual demons.
I love, man, you getting excited over a disaster movie makes me so happy
because I know what's coming next.
This is the disaster movie where we can punch the tsunami.
We can punch the disaster. Man. Yeah, the disaster's in the sarcophagus. You don't understand.
Yeah.
We're going to reverse card you.
Yeah, man.
So they get the sarcophagus back. All hell breaks loose. And then we see everything happen. And then we can have this, we have a couple of survivors. And then clearly then the sarcophagus opens up. and like then we get our main character showing up after in the first after the inciting incident.
Why is Doomslayer in a sarcophagus in hell?
Yeah, we'll find that out.
Oh, interesting.
So I think that's when we just kind of have him, going through the motions of trying to, hey, so this is what's going on. We don't know a whole lot about who you are, but we know that you are someone who can stop this. We need your help. And so maybe it's a little Bioshocky. It's like, would you kindly do X, Y, and Z?
Oh, yeah.
As we kind of just go through, a couple, Act 1, setting up the whole thing. Maybe he gets a shotgun at the end of the Act 1. We see how, some minions, it's a kind of a really cool, like, he's out of the sarcophagus. Oh, no, some normal humans that are infected or whatever, reanimated, come in. Then, like, a couple little, level 2 bad guys show up, and he just raffle stomps everybody. Like, that was a good workout. Bah, 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 bah. And it's like, great, you need to do these 3 steps, get the car, do the thing, turn the stuff off, kind of in the game. We can just pick and choose a couple of goals he needs to achieve in able to like fix the disaster, as we normally do in a disaster film.
Yes.
Oh, we need to go to point A, then fix this to get to point C to call for help and do the thing.
Yes.
He needs to go do point A to C to get the object D to close the portal.
Yeah.
And while we're doing that,
They're cards. He needs to find red card and yellow card.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, at no point in this movie did anyone find a card.
I know. It really bothered me. I was waiting for
They
it.
used a card to swipe in.
No, but I
but it
expected there to be, if you're going to have The Rock going, like, holding the BFG going, hey, like from Doom. Like, I expected there to be a moment where, like, you need red key card, or like them to be a moment, like a nod, but it never came. It's like this was not. Sometimes we see a movie that's bad, and it's like these people didn't even like the product they were like the thing they were basing the movie off of. In this is a rare occurrence where I'm like, did they even know what they were making this movie off of?
Did they just buy the rights to the name?
Like, did they? It's like they don't even. It's not like they don't really like the subject matter. It's like they don't know enough to reference anything. It's wild to me. Yeah, this screenplay was already in somebody's hands, and they just added the title.
They commanded
Like,
F.
let's be real.
Stuff, yeah. So I think what we do is, like, much like the first game, we kind of find out a little bit more of the company whose base it is. We find a little bit more out about the Doomslayer's history, and then ultimately at the end, at the end of Act 2, big twist. The main boss of this whole thing is like, no, we actually want this portal to be open. This was planned.
Oh yeah.
And I'm actually going to control hell. So then Doomslayer's got to go.
I'm riding on my Zeppelin.
Yeah, and in the game it's nuts. But then we got to go into hell to stop the thing from happening, so we can fight cyber demons and rad cool stuff. Because I think like disaster film in its construction story wise of getting to points to fix the things to stop the thing from happening to get survivors out. But John Wick in action of the Doomslayer is almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
He is awesome.
I'm unaware of the Dooms, like what the Doomslayer actually is. I thought it was just Doom guy, like a different Doom guy.
It apparently, I'm very hazy on the lore because it gets really deep. But apparently there are like other realms, and it was a kind of a human-ish person from a different realm that was in like a holy order to stop hells and minions and stuff like that, and was just really, really good at it, and has much like Hal Jordan. He is the embodiment of will. He is John Wick.
Okay,
you cannot stop him. He just goes. He's just that determined.
Okay.
And he was just really good at raffle stomping demons, and
man.
And it doesn't matter what they threw at him, he just found a way, and because he was just so good at it,
hell finds a way.
He is just really old, and hell was scared of him, and they were able to like trap him at some point, and like even like angelic or good beings were also kind of scared of this guy because he just keeps going, and so they're like, we need to put this guy away because like we can't control this dude. He's just too good at this.
Okay.
And it's like, I ain't gonna stop. Gotta rip and tear. And so that's from the game.
No, I know. I saw that on. I watched some videos to get up to speed on like what the vibe was, but that was the one thing that was never really explained to me in anything I saw. I was just like, but what is this guy? Who is this guy? I understand that like people are scared of him, but also like what is he from, like Temecula? Like where did this guy come from? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think they've answered stuff in the games, but maybe
Probably.
But we could start.
I don't think anyone cares. It's like, no, it doesn't matter where he's from. Rip and tear.
Yeah. What's John Wick's origin? I don't know. He was a cool, badass assassin.
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah. What do you think John Wick's mom did for a living before she got pregnant? You know, like what do you think?
I don't have no idea.
You know, she was like working in. I don't know. Maybe she's selling insurance. Who's to say?
But I think that's your end of Act 2, the big betrayal.
Yeah.
Find out the company was actually trying to do this the whole time. So like he takes it upon himself to like, oh, then no.
Oh, cool. Then we got to take out this company.
Then I'm going to take out. Yeah. Then I'm taking this all out. I thought I was helping. There's some survivors. Could get back to Earth, but my job's not done here.
Cool, man.
Goes into hell. Big Act 3 fight in hell.
Yeah.
You know, the person who was trying to who portrayed him on Mars gets betrayed by the minions of hell. Whoa, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, man.
And then he's got to fight like a giant cyber demon or something.
Oof, love it. Yeah.
Yeah. And also the BFG comes into play at the end.
Yeah.
Because maybe it needed to be charging the entire time or something. There's some MacGuffin of like, oh yeah, now this works.
Huh.
About time.
I'm into that.
Yeah. And just, then just Duke Nukem this things like right down somebody's throat and just because we can go freaking crazy.
Yes. I want to see Doomslayer like with the CG that we have now. I want to see him pull, like Omni-Man, kick somebody's spine out of the top of their head. Like,
Yeah.
and then, tap dance with it or something. Something wild.
Because that's the fun of John Wick. Like, we know, well, for the most part,
We
that
know
John
he's
Wick
gonna
was
survive.
going to survive and just work. He's going to get hurt.
He's just going to find the John Wick movies are basically a parade of wacky ways to kill people that are trying to hurt you. Mm-hmm. Whereas this, and this is like, cool. I'm a Doomslayer. I'm going to be I'm going to be a creative genius of demon murder.
Mm-hmm.
And also they're just CG demons, so who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Who cares?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Who cares? A bunch of different weapons.
Rip their horns off and put them in their eye sockets. Let's party. Woo! It's just demons. They're bad guys.
They're bad guys.
And they're not, they're not
cares?
people. Who
Yeah.
cares? Go absolutely buck wild. You need one of those Gears of War chainsaw guns. Is there any better gun that's ever been in any game ever?
No.
Like the chainsaw guns in Gears of War, it's like it doesn't get better.
Oh, right. Remember there was a chainsaw for a hot second in this movie?
Yes.
And like they had a demon have it, and then then I grab it and I kind of use it a little bit, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gone. It's gone.
As close, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
again, it was like,
we use all the
like in
weapons.
Doom.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, yeah, and Doomslayer can keep getting knocked around. It's that John Wick type of thing. It's like he will get knocked down. Like he can get overwhelmed, but he will not stop.
He will prevail.
You will kick him. He's like, we won again. He's like, I'm just gonna get up.
John Wick persists and prevails.
And it's fun to see, but it's just he goes through the minions of hell,
Oh yeah.
and then he brings Lois Cyber Demon, which would be awesome.
Yes, it would be.
Oh, because that's the thing they've been working on in the background the entire movie.
Oh. Because they're moving from energy into weapons.
Yeah. And they use some of the technology to try to enhance something from there, but it's like the secret thing that's been on some
It's like
screens in the background.
and that could be a lore dump earlier on. That's where we screwed up. Is that this started as just energy, and honestly, that could have gone on forever. But then they got greedy and got it, and we're trying to get into weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Yeah, that's good.
They could probably do this movie for about $100 million. Leaning into all the cool CG and stuff.
I think also from branding alone, you could no name a lot of this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, because
that's what they did with The Rock. It was one of The Rock's first movies.
I don't think we did. The Doomslayer doesn't take his mask off.
Yeah, but does that? Therein lies the problem with stuff like that. It's a Master Chief situation.
It is.
Because it's hard to connect with a character like that.
It could be.
And people are like, "Oh, Master Chief took his helmet off so much." And I was like, I understand that was frustrating. I also, as a show business person, can't argue with them doing that because you need to connect to this person.
But
I don't know.
But this guy is a badass.
If you give him a good ensemble of people that around him,
mm-hmm.
do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then I think you can pull that off.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's gonna be like Mando.
or like Terminator. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't have a ton of moments, but he had like a very enigmatic group of people around him that like made those moments better.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
Because I think the indomitable will can be portrayed in voice and just motion.
Sure.
And I think that would allow people to kind of like, project themselves onto the character.
Oh, that's clever. That's really clever.
Like that would be my intention for.
It's
for
an
this.
audience surrogate foil kind of thing because
Yes,
when you
because
play, you
Doomslayer
are
wakes up and it's like, what's going on?
yes,
This
and
and then like you can just see him like,
you're supposed to be able to see yourself in him.
mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And head nods, little things, I'm just gonna rip and tear, with cool one-liners.
Yeah.
Just being a complete freaking badass.
Yes, and we need a first-person sequence.
Yeah, that's easy because we can just like have a lot of it in his helmet cam.
Yes. Oh yeah, like an actual heads-up display.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Well, they did. Well, I think Halo did it actually. Well, from what we saw in the first season, there were some interesting, like actual like helmet cam shots of the action happening from the camera.
Yes, and it was awesome.
They used it sparingly, but they used it correctly.
Yes, that's the thing. Man, the Halo show really had some amazing moments. It really, it was not flippantly made. They just really botched
They
it.
just made the wrong story.
Yeah.
Granted, we haven't watched any of this season 2 yet, but
No, but I think, but also from what we saw from Halo, it's like Halo has the shining parts of Halo to me indicate that this kind of Doom movie could work.
I think it could work.
Like, I think it could. We'll see what they do with Doom 2, though.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything like what we just came up with, good music, awesome action.
Yeah, but it's Doom 2, so I don't know if it's an extension of what this was.
Well, maybe they can retcon stuff.
Maybe.
It wouldn't be that hard. You're just like, oh, demons. Where'd that chromosome come from? Give them demons.
I guess. Or it's like,
Or don't even worry about it. That was somewhere else.
or like us utilizing that, like, awoken something that, like, I don't know. We'll see.
We will see.
Doom 2.
Doom 2. If it's anything like the movie we just described, I think it's going to do really, really well. I think people are going to really love Doom 2.
We'll see. Yeah, well, I think we fixed it, dude.
We did fix it,
I
Jay.
think we nailed it. Yeah, I'm interested to see this movie. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you guys for embracing our love of Doom with us today. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, do that YouTube that you do so well. And if you're catching this wherever you catch your the audio version of the podcast, you know what to do. Like, subscribe. Nope, that's for YouTube. Like, give us a rating, maybe
There you
5
go, yeah.
stars.
Yeah.
Say some nice stuff. It helps with the algorithm. At least that's what they say. And I like reading them. They make me happy.
Next week, Jay,
Next week, what are we fixing next week?
the M. Night Shyamalan version of The Last Airbender. Yep.
Tape your butt shuts, idiots. It's going to be fun. We're doing M. Night Shyamalan's The Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Which I've never seen.
I've never seen it either.
We're going through the cartoon right now. By the time you're here listening to this, we've probably already watched a couple
The
of
live
the live
action.
action stuff.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
So we're going to try to fix the movie. We're going to try to see if we can figure out how to put book 1 into a movie.
Yeah.
We,
No show cop-outs this time.
Nope.
Um,
Actual
I'm looking
movie.
forward to that. It's going to be fun.
Should be good, yeah.
But as we end every single one of these episodes, heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
It's the silent rip and tear that you don't see coming. I think that might be Mortal Kombat, but
right?
yeah, but it's very close to the Doom music.
When does this Doom movie come out? Doom 2?
I think it comes out at the end of the month. The first
I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this.
yeah, Doom 2. I think it comes out next Friday. The first Friday of March.
Hey, Lashy.
Yeah.
Dune 2 comes out next Friday.
The one with Timothy Chalamet?
I'm not seeing Doom 2. I am seeing Dune 2.
The sandworm stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Looks like we're putting out a whole episode about Doom. Crap.
I blame Brian.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.